Namaskaram, everybody, and thrilled to have here with us Megha and Mirinda, and as well as Oksana, who's one of the speakers. I think Alan Anand will join us shortly. Well, that was his message, and then we'll have
That's
another
right.
friend of mine who will be with us very shortly. Hi, Anna. Oh, here he is. Hello,
That's right.
hello. Hi,
Right.
this is welcome. Just as you can see, very informal session, very ad hoc. And I was just saying, to telling everyone that actually yours session and Megha's session is slotted on the. Let me move forward. Or is slotted on the same day. And as you can see, can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it is on Saturday, 1st of June. And so both of you are speaking on literally, it's like a more workshopy kind, more on, of course, yours is palmistry, and I'll come to yours in a minute. And Megha's is graphology. So this is sort of like a little bit of a kind of, I won't say deviation, but somehow it may not link up with the main topic of Panchanga, where we are literally figuring out our tendencies, what is our natural blueprint for this lifetime, and to manifest, and what are our predilections, and so on and so forth, which the Panchang gives in a phenomenal way, as Alan, you are maybe well aware of. So and now let's begin with you, Alan, and then we go back to Megha, right? So your journey in palmistry, obviously you don't come from the Cairo, the Russian. Am I pronouncing it right? Cairo?
Oh boy, you got me. I don't know how it's pronounced myself, Cairo or Kiro. You're referring to the famous palmist, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So
I don't.
So do you is that how you studied, or do you study under a study palmistry with a guru, or do tell something about it?
Sure. This is Hasta Samudrika, and it was taught to me by my Jyotish guru, Hart Defoe.
Yeah.
After years of giving courses on Jyotish, he said to us, to the class as a general, basically, you do not want to become a one-trick pony, by which he meant to depend totally and on Jyotish and nothing else. Because Hasta is one of those subjects, along with many others. I mean, Ayurveda, knowledge of Sankhya philosophy, the practice of nimitta, any number of things are all very supportive of your role as a Jyotishi. And his point was that you want to have available to you as many tools as you can draw out of your toolkit as required, because that will simply flesh out the analysis that you're going to be able to do for any individual. So I took my first course. This was a 1-week course in Hasta with Hart Defoe back in, I sort of not remembering clearly, but let's say 2003, 2004, thereabouts. And so after that 1-week course, when I returned to Montreal, where I was living at the time, I immediately began to do palmistry readings for every one of my clients. Even though they came to me for astrology, for a reading in Jyotish, I immediately began to do an introductory 15-minute, 20-minute, half-hour analysis of the hands. And I've continued with that ever since that day. So it's almost 20 years now that I've been practicing palmistry in conjunction with a Jyotish reading. I mean, sometimes people approach me for a palmistry reading all on its own, and sometimes I'll do that, but typically not. Typically, it's part of a full session. And when I do a 90-minute session with a client, it's 30 minutes of palmistry and 60 minutes of Jyotish. And it's never failed to amaze me. Well, it shouldn't amaze me anymore, but the sort of echoes and shadows of things in the hand that are, that have appeared in the horoscope are truly quite remarkable. And many times in the course of a consultation, I will go back and forth between one and the other and say, you see in your horoscope, you've got Gajah Kesari Yoga or something, let's say, that is very indicative of your capacity to be a teacher or a consultant or something like that. And then I'll return to the hand and say, look, you see here, this marking right here, that is also indicative of the same capacity to function as a teacher or a guru. So they're very supportive, and whether it's assessing somebody's capacity to pursue higher education in the form of postgraduate studies. I mean, there are signs for that in the horoscope, whether it's Buddhaditya yoga or Kalanidhi yoga or Saraswati yoga, all of which are, significant indicators of, intellectual high capacity, but in the hand as well, to a long, continuous headline is very supportive of that. And any number of other things. I mean, there's health-related matters in the hand. There's indicators of how a person approaches love relationships and functions in them, whether they're, somebody who sees advantage of every opportunity, or whether it's someone, who holds themselves at a distance in relationships, and so on and so forth. I mean, the beauty of palmistry is that you don't have to ask anybody to go home and look at their birth certificate or phone their mom and ask them, do you remember my birth time? The beauty of palmistry is that the hand is right there and available
Absolutely,
to you.
absolutely, absolutely. But tell me, I don't know if you guys have ever been, all of you who are with us today, are interested in palmistry. But I was totally interested in palmistry, even like at the age of 16. Numerology and palmistry was like my first go-to. Now, what I want to know is, just like it's always been for women, would you see always the left hand, and for men the right hand, or is it like which one is it, or both, or
Okay, well, if you read enough astrology books, Jyotish texts, you'll
yeah.
find all kinds of contradictory, well, I shouldn't say contradictory, but different opinions and different approaches to various different things. So in palmistry, the same is true. Yes, I've heard that for a man you read the right hand, for a woman you need the left hand. I read the left hand, but here's a different approach that Hart Defoe endorsed and encouraged. Basically, ask the individual, what is your dominant hand? What does that mean? The hand that you typically write with is your dominant hand, or you sketch with, or use for the most part. And so for most of us, that is the right hand, and the subdominant is the left hand. So
Yeah.
you start with the right hand in most cases, no matter whether it's a man or a woman, because that is the hand that you typically engage the world with. That's the one that you're using again and again. And you can often, I shouldn't say often, you can sometimes detect which is the dominant hand simply by inspecting the index fingers, because you'll find that the index finger of the dominant hand might be a little bit more weathered, calloused, creased, or whatever, because it's interacted more with the world. But that's the sort of short answer. Dominant hand, which is typically right hand. But if the person is left-handed, you start with their left hand. The rule
Oh.
is use the dominant hand. But then when it comes to interpreting, the signs in palmistry, it's not solely dedicated to the dominant hand. Basically, you simply give a weight, and 60% of the value of the reading is going to come from the dominant hand and 40% from the other hand. In fact, I mean, you're going to look at them both, and what you're looking for is commonalities and differences between the dominant hand and the subdominant hand.
Wow, amazing, amazing. And lines do change as well, right? Is that correct?
Not a whole lot. It depends on what
Oh.
lines you were talking about. The major lines of the hand, except in instances of major illness or other, major life-altering events, typically, if you've got a headline that is straight, it's not going to become curved. If the headline is long, it's typically not going to become shorter. If it's clear, it's typically not going to fade out, except, as I say, sometimes when you've got, major illnesses. So the major lines, which are life, head, heart, and fate line, the four major lines of the hand, typically do not change much in either their direction or their depth or their clarity. However, our hands are full of minor lines. And, there's one called the Visha Rekha, which is in the heel of the palm. There's another one called Mahamati, which runs up towards the little finger. There are minor lines formed on each of the mounts of the fingers. These minor lines can take on greater weight as time goes by, of course, in an individual life, as hands get older. I mean, there's a big difference between my daughter's hand and my mother's hand, right? By virtue of 2 generations of difference. But there can be changes in minor lines. I have a minor line in my hand here that runs up through here. It's called the Mercury line. And a duplicate, a parallel line has shown up there just within the last 5 years or so. So, things do change in the hand, but for the most part, what you see is what you get, the
Oh,
lines that are there.
amazing. And is it quite, well, I would imagine it would be quite comfortable for you to say, okay, it will give you a good estimate of approximately about longevity and, about, those kind of things. Like, as
No.
no, really?
Longevity is not something that you're going to venture casually down the road of looking at somebody's lifeline. Many client will show up and say, I'm afraid of what you're going to say when you read my palm, because I'm looking at my hand and I'm seeing my lifeline, which is the one that wraps around the
Yeah.
muscle of the thumb, appears to be short. Does that mean I'm going to die young?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not that simple. So that line, the lifeline, it's the name of it, I think, that is a little bit misleading. An alternate name for that is the vitality line. And then if you use that as a kind of a gauge for interpretation, you can use that to judge the physical integrity of the individual, how healthy they are, sort of from a genetic point of view, how much they will suffer if they catch COVID or the flu. Do they need a lot of recuperation time? Are they somebody who's kind of frail or robust of constitution? The length of the line, can have a bearing on your interpretation of that, but you got to be careful. It's very easy to scare people when you're put in the position of a seer, that you can read this stuff and say something about it. You've got great potential to frighten and actually damage the psyche of an individual. And that's
Yeah,
as
yeah,
true in
absolutely.
Jyotish as it is in Hasta. So you've got to be careful in that regard. So talking about longevity, no, that's not something I'm going to do casually, except in really well justified extreme cases. But you're going to use it as a measure of vitality for the individual.
Ah, okay. So good to know, because I was beginning to get worried. Not that mine is sure, but I was just like, oh,
Sure.
okay, interesting.
We have a responsibility in this regard, and the other thing is, like, everything like this, whether it's the hand or whether it's the horoscope, the burden is on you for interpreting. But the question is, are you 100% correct? So
See, but
that's
that
kind of
is
the decision.
always, but I guess that problem will always remain for all Jyotishis as well, who predict death like in a heartbeat and will very comfortably say so and so year, and then they get it wrong. I mean, the best of astrologers will get it wrong, right?
Yeah,
Um,
well, here's why it helps to have another art form or science on your side. There's this old saying that uh, one spring doth not one swallow doth not a spring make. So in other words, the sign of the first swallow appearing in your neighborhood doesn't mean that spring is here. You need to see a flock of swallows. So in this respect, it's useful to have more than one tool, because if you see death in the horoscope and you see death in the hand, and if you use prashna or nimitta also to see death, imminent or within the time frame that is consistent
yeah.
within those 3 different views, then you could or should be emboldened to say, yes, this may happen on this schedule. But, from a single indicator alone, just from something in the horoscope or something alone in the hand or something else, that's maybe not enough to make such a, significant statement to a client whose psyche could well be harmed. I have a friend in Montreal who, when he was in his 20s, some tarot card reader read his cards and said that, he was going to die of a car accident at age 39. Well, you can imagine he was quite nervous for throughout his 30s and from his mid 30s on, thinking, is this the drive that's going to put me in the morgue? And it never happened. So we got to be careful. We have a
Yeah,
huge
absolutely.
responsibility in this regard.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. So I'm so looking forward to it. Give us some like little peek into tell us a little bit about okay, I'll tell you what, you can begin with me. I've got this little, and it's just for fun, and just for sort of getting people interested. I have always been, I mean, this is palmistry is like, mind you, I've got Jupiter, Brihaspati in, actually in Hasta. So you see, I'm kind of, and I figured years later that, Jupiter in Hasta will, or any planet in Hasta will obviously automatically give you an interest in palmistry. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's one of those indicators. But rather than read a small thing in your hand, I'd rather you do something simply like this. Hold your hand up like that with the fingers held together and come closer to the camera and steady yourself. Come down so I can see. Are you looking at yourself in the camera? I want to see the tops of your fingers. Come down, down, down. Yeah. Okay. So what I can see there is that your index finger is distinctly longer than your ring finger. Okay, you can relax. This is all I'm going to say about this. Relax. So when the ring finger is, index finger is distinctly longer than the ring finger. So each of the fingers is associated with the planet. Index is Jupiter, Saturn. I have to be careful. I can't do this, right? That's Saturn. The index finger is the sun. Ring finger is the sun. Little finger, Mercury. Thumb is Jupiter.
Yeah.
Venus. Back to this. When index finger is long compared to ring finger, that's something to be noted, because in the average hand, those two fingers are equal, index and ring. So you've got a long index finger. That's the Jupiter finger. That's the guru finger. And so right away we say, well, there may be a person who has sort of a natural compass, has a natural intuition of where to go. And one of the places that they would typically go is in the pursuit of higher knowledge, which would put them into a position where they could ultimately become a teacher or a consultant. Basically, function as a guru, whether you put that in capital letters or small letters, because the index finger is the guru finger, and for you, it's quite dominantly significant, bigger, longer than your ring finger. And so, that would be something that I would discuss with the client. And of course, then there are other supporting marks in the hand as well, too, that also fortify that theme of the guru. But then, that requires the hand being, close up and personal, or else in a very good photograph, that you can have a closer look for it and see whether those other supportive signs are there. But that, you can do palmistry from across the room simply by looking at the shape of the hand and the length and orientation of the fingers. And then when you get much closer, you look at the major lines. And then when
Yeah.
you get really close, you look at the minor lines, which you can't see
Ah,
here so it's a progressively closer analysis, but it's a useful thing to do. I mean, you can do this with politicians on television when they wave like
yes.
that, or you get a good photograph of somebody's hand, and you can make judgments at a distance just like that from across the room or in a distance. So that's what makes it such an interesting study. You can really fascinate yourself endlessly
Yeah,
observing hand.
absolutely. There we go. Thank you, Alan, for this little pearl. And you will be, Alan is on 1st of June at 3:15 p.m. UK. Hopefully, I think it will be all right. And Mega's going at 1:05 p.m. UK.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, is that
Yeah, that's good for me. Thank you. So now I'm
X?
sorry, I'm going to excuse myself. I just got home
Yes,
and I had time to get in on this, but I'm
thank
going
you.
to bail out at this point. Thanks so much for letting
Thank
me
you,
be part of
Alan,
this
for being
promotion.
with us.
Okay,
Absolutely. Lovely, lovely. Thank you.
okay.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Okay. So on to Megha. And okay. So Megha, there we go. Do you want to get the whiteboard going or
Anything, yeah, anything whatever you say, ma'am.
okay. So Megha, how did what I want to know is about graphology is that there has to be some kind of a lineage associated with this, some kind
Yes,
of with this learning.
yes.
Um,
So how it goes is,
yeah,
I have a script of mine. And script is what? On a plain paper, I write it with a blue ball pen. Blue is because it is a subtle color.
yeah.
Black color goes to rigidity. Red color goes to aggressiveness. So usually graphologists ask to write with a blue color. So the calmness of the mind shows the emotions.
Ah,
Emotions up and down. So the writing comes majorly from the mother and the father. That is mother and father programming. We say it as a
ah,
programming. So if I get it from my mother and father, obviously my mother is going to get it from her mother and father, and my father is going to get it from her mother and father. So
yeah.
basically, it's a DNA pattern coming out.
Ah,
Lot
okay,
of
got it.
scripts, yeah, lot of scripts where we can say that it is followed from last lifetime. There are patterns which you need to break.
Mm-hmm,
Script or
mm-hmm.
signature, we can say that please break the pattern, or else you'll take this to the next lifetime. So
Okay,
we
okay.
can break the pattern in graphology. So some of like we can see a lot of things. We can see the medical graphology, if any kind of disease is supposed to come in, or
Yeah,
we can see if any kind of money problems or properties being stuck, emotions, people after breakup cannot move on. So a lot of things from the script or the signature we can guide people, because it is basically a brain writing from where we write it from a thought. As
yeah,
we write script, we are not supposed to copy from somewhere. Copy means your brain is not working. You are simply seeing and copying it, correct? But when
yeah.
you write without copying, it is directly coming from your thoughts. So when
Thoughts.
it
Yeah.
is coming from your thoughts, what is there in your subconscious mind? Subconscious mind is not today's lifetime. It is previous lifetimes. Conscious mind is your today's lifetime, correct? So
Correct.
when you write from your thought pattern, I could retrace the whole lifetimes from there. If
Wow, amazing.
if it is there. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if I want to guide somebody, I can say, please break this pattern, or else this, like, if I am a female, I'm going to be a mother, I'm going to pass it on to my son or daughter. If I am a male, I will pass the same pattern to my son and daughter. So the lineage goes on. So
Wow.
there is one thing where we can say the claw. There is one formation, we name it as a claw. If I have it, definitely I'll pass it to my daughter. That is
Oh,
all subconsciously, because I don't know what is claw.
correct, 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 correct. So
I
it's
will
like passing.
definitely,
So it's like
yes,
passing of the karmas, really speaking.
correct. So we say no, mothers and fathers, good karmas also children carry.
Yeah,
Mothers, fathers, bad karmas also children carry.
right, right. Okay. Wow,
We can
amazing.
actually change the pattern, and that can be done within 0 to 14 years. That is the time when the woman conceive, the day from the conceive till the 14 years. So 0 to 7 is mother programming, where mother gives all her habits and traits and thoughts. And 7 to 14 is father programming. So where father gives all her thoughts and emotions. So where will father give from? Father will give from his mother and father.
Correct.
Correct? And then he will carry forward to his son.
Wow, amazing.
How it carry forwards to the lineage. So graphology is also a very deep science, though it has not reached the masses, but it can clear a lot of emotional baggages in your life. Also, right now, the world is going in emotional baggage too much, that we all know.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
lot
Yeah.
of psychological issues and all that are coming up. So psychology and graphology and therapies plays the major role in that.
Wow, amazing. Fantastic. So do you want to give us some like demo?
Yeah, if you can share your whiteboard, I can share
Yeah,
your signature
it's
or any of the viewer's signature. We can talk a little bit about it.
you're already the co-host, Megha. Can you see my whiteboard?
Wait, I'll share. Can you see now,
Yeah.
ma'am?
Yeah.
So are you able to write on the board? So if Oksana or Mirinda or anybody, any one of you can write.
Oksana, Mirinda, who wants to go? Anyone?
Yes.
Anna, I think Megan helped me on the Indian, and she scolded me for doing my signature. So if you want to go,
Oksana?
Yes, I can see the board and you can see my signature right now, but okay, I will do my best.
Oh, bless.
But it doesn't look natural, but it's I mean on the whiteboard it doesn't look natural. So another try, just a moment.
Are you using a mouse?
Yes, I'm using my mouse, so it looks like that. The second one looks more natural.
Okay.
So let me erase the first one.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So Oksana, I'll ask you one or two questions. Is this your name
Yes,
you've written or just the surname?
yes. My first name. Just a moment. Let me um show you. Just a moment. So this one, O for my first name. The second letter is for my father's name, and this is my last name or surname.
So can I ask you a question if you don't feel bad? Do you have anger issues?
Hmm.
Oksana, you are
Yeah,
now,
no.
are you sure you want to already continue?
No, it's not a problem. Just let me see. Just I can't say that I have got some anger issues in comparison to other people. I can't say that I have them
It
quite
is,
often,
this
but
is,
yes, sometimes, of course, I can get quite angry. Yeah, for
yes.
sure.
So I'm not saying that you are right or wrong. Anything is not right or wrong in the signature. This is a unique you. Your signature is
Mhm.
unique you. Okay. So if I say anger
Mhm.
issues, that doesn't mean you have lesser than me or more than me. It is just that those kind of anger, sometimes anger is what? Anger is an emotion. Okay, it has been named as a negative emotion, but I would say anger is a form of emotion where you express that you're not happy. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, let's not put it in that bracket, being angry is not good. So it is not comparing that, lesser or more than others. You have that, it shows in the signature, and that is the way you express your sadness or unhappiness or some things when the person in front of you is not doing what you're not liking it. So you will just show that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So that
yes, I will show. Yes, of course, I
and
will show that
so
I don't like it for sure. Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
so like if I talk about my signature, if somebody is doing something wrong, in my signature, it is clearly shown that, I will not say anything. I'll just keep quiet. So that is
No,
my
no,
way
I will not.
of
I will not keep quiet. Yeah, for
you
sure.
you will
That's true.
snap it. Then and there, you will not wait for the right time. You will just tell that and you'll express that,
Mm-hmm.
this is not right and I'm not going okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
Correct? Yeah, so that is seen in the signature. And the one more thing is, are you doing everything alone? Do you feel sometimes that there is no support in your life?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, because you don't have an underscore below the signature. Secondly,
Hmm.
there is a kind of a secrecy in the signature. Secrecy, again, don't take it in a negative word. Secrecy is that you are not very open to everybody, but very open to very few people. That is, we can say, the inner circle of yours, because you don't want to share everything to everybody. There are a lot of
True.
people who is very extrovert, will go and share everything of their life, their friends, their family, but you are a filter person. You know where to talk, what and how. You are
Yeah.
very conscious about your emotions, especially. You will not be sharing your emotions to people. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely right. Yeah. Great. Very exciting. Okay.
So
Where?
these are the signatures. And are you having any kind of shooting leg pain sometime?
Yes, 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 yes. A lot of leg pain, right from my childhood, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is because the signature is angular. That is again the aggressiveness and that emotion which is stuck up in the leg. So if you don't mind, can I write something on the board on your signature?
Yes, of course.
Just a minute, right?
Meanwhile, hi Asian.
Hello,
Welcome.
hi.
Welcome. Hi. This is Megha here. So you're next, Asian.
Oh, hi. I'm so sorry I'm late. I do apologize. I
No,
just
no, it's
can't see
okay.
anybody at the moment.
Can you not see the whiteboard?
I can see the whiteboard, yes.
Yeah. So you'll be able to see. Anyway, right now Megha's analyzing Oksana's sign. So it's all very
Ma'am
exciting.
is so excited. You're really liking to hear everything, no, ma'am?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Oksana, yeah, this is your signature.
Yeah.
Okay. No, this is an highlighter. I'll go with the pen.
Go with that sketch pen.
Yeah. So, this is the thing where I can say you are a very secretive or a very, very personal person in emotions. You really don't
Mm-hmm.
want to share emotions with everybody. I could at least, you can count on fingers, one or two or maximum three, where you'll just open up, or else you will
Two,
not
yes,
open.
2 or 3 people. Yes, right, right.
Maximum,
Absolutely
you
right.
can count it one, two, or maximum you can go till three. You will not
Right.
try for four. Correct?
No, no, I won't.
So that shooting pain which you have it on your legs is because of this. What is the sign? The symbol or triangle. This is triangle, correct?
Yeah.
So see, you've got triangles here. Are you seeing this?
Yes, yes. Quite a
See.
few. Yes, quite a few triangles here.
So those triangles are giving you the pain in legs.
Oh, okay.
And now let me come to another person. Not see doubt. Whatever I spoke about your signature is a fairly only Oksana. Okay. Now, if I see your signature as a third person, or if I see Oksana and not the signature as a third person, how will I find Oksana? I will find Oksana little blunt. Am I right? You are not hunky dory. You will not go round and round. You will just say this is right, this is wrong.
Yeah,
Even if
yeah.
you know that person, you don't know that person, you don't bother.
Yeah,
You are
correct.
you are to the point. So anybody outer circle that is not in your friend circle or your family, outer circle also knows Oksana is a no nonsense person. No nonsense can go around with Oksana. Am I correct?
Yeah,
So
very
that is,
nice. Okay.
yeah, so that is the signatures talks about. And when I told you that, you don't have anybody, like you feel that you're the alone who's, taking your journey ahead in life. There is no support system as such, because usually as a graphologist, I always suggest that please do the underscore below
Ah,
the signature. So this is
okay.
it. Okay.
Okay.
Even if you don't change your signature in any way, not legally on the papers or passport or anything which can give you the problem or give you a lot of work, just buy a plain book, write the signature, and just try giving this underscore where your G is not, this Y is not cutting. You don't have to touch this underscore to Y.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Okay.
from O to till Y, where your triangle starts. Start doing that. You will see there will be a lot of people whom you really love standing beside you without asking.
Okay, that's great, Mega. Yes. So I've never thought that graphology could give such deep
Yeah.
analysis of that. Great.
So, anything else you want me to ask?
No, 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 thank you. Yeah, that's fine.
Anything which you thought that I'm not correct, or maybe I'm wrong, or like wrong analysis are going, anything like that, or
No, no wrong analysis at all. Thank you.
all was apt. Everything is correct.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
your signature is good, don't worry. Your signature is really good, but people just take you wrong in a way because you are to the point and not go roundabout and merry-go-round or hunky-dory person, okay, it's okay, fine, let's go. No, if you don't want to go, you'll say you don't want to go. If you want to go, you say, yes, I
Yeah.
want to. You're very clear
Yeah.
what you do and what you want. Your approach towards your life is very clear.
Yeah, yes, Mega. Okay, you're absolutely right. And yes, sometimes I'm misunderstood by people. They try to tell me that you have to adjust, you have to do this, you have to do that. But if I don't like something, it's very, very difficult for me to do this or that,
Yes,
especially if I'm
and
told
trust
what to
me,
do.
and
But that
trust me,
also comes, but Oksana, that also comes from being a teacher, right? You're a
Yeah,
teacher. I
yeah,
mean, for
right,
those
yeah.
of you who don't know, she teaches, and ironically, it'll interest Ishin because Oksana, being Russian, actually teaches Turkish to Russian students. Can
Oh
you
my
believe
God.
that? So,
Merhaba.
yeah. So you can speak to her in Turkish, you know.
I'm sure her
So,
Turkish is much
know
better
that.
than mine.
But you know what I like the best about the signature? See, I don't know you personally, Oksana, but the best quality I like about you looking at the signature is when people are really misjudging you or misunderstanding you, you're not there to explain them. You are not justifying yourself. You are like, fine, if you think that about me, it's okay. A lot of people try and justify, no, no, you're thinking wrong about me. No, no, you're misjudging me and all that. You are like, okay, fine. I really don't want to do it. I won't do it. Am I correct for that?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
but that's
So
a
that's
very
a
good
very good.
quality to have.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you're not a people pleaser. Try and understand. You're not a people
Yeah.
pleaser. You will do what you like and you will make sure that you don't hurt people. But eventually, Oksana, I'm sorry, but you somewhere hurt yourself many a times. Self hurt
Mm.
is seen in the signature. But
Okay, good. Great to
yeah.
know.
So in taking care of that, you really don't hurt people or, you really don't want to offend people. Somewhere you you keep hurting yourself somewhere and you never ever justify or explain for whatever you've been going through or whatever you are suffering sometimes. So you just be on yourself and you know that I am alone, this is my own journey, I'll go ahead with it, no complaints, like that. Are you like that completely?
Normally, I don't complain at all, but
Yes.
if somebody is very close to me, I start complaining too much. So they start suffering from my complaints a lot.
So eventually you don't, you filter the complaint also, that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying.
yes, that's true. Yes, I know to whom I can complain, and just yes, I
So
also choose carefully my
yes,
victims, so-called
yes.
victims.
So, ma'am, can you see this without a script and without a proper paper and pen also, we can say so much about the,
Yeah, that's true. Yes, yeah.
and I
I
don't know
can
it
imagine
Oksana
that.
at all.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know her at all. So this is a beautiful science. And as you are a teacher, I have a students who have teachers. They are teaching class 4 and 5 and all. They have seen significant changes in their students because after learning from me, those are
Yeah.
the 14 years where you can change your programming. So those teachers are now changing students' programming, which is
So
where I'm
are you Mega saying that little tweaks in the signature will actually alter the psyche in such a way that for the
100%.
better? Yeah.
100%. So right now, what Oksana needs something. Maybe that's a divine intervention that this one stroke below, this
Yeah.
one which I'm talking about, can
Yeah.
really change your life.
Good.
And you can see it.
Okay,
Excellent,
good to know.
Oksana. You
Yes,
know
I'll
what
try.
to
Yes,
practice.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
I'll do my best. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to practice. That is the major thing because you have to keep giving you signals to your subconscious mind, no? What am
So,
I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Am I checking your conscious mind? Conscious mind is your today's lifetime. Okay? Whatever I
Mm-hmm.
told is this lifetime I'm talking about. So this one underscore, we have to give signals to our subconscious mind and make a correction that being alone is not a bravery. It is a bravery, but sometimes somebody is if standing beside you is also a very good emotion. Just to know that somebody is there. So maybe this line can help you a lot in your head in your life journey. And why do I ask you to practice is because from conscious, when you practice, you are doing practice on conscious mind. That is today's lifetime. Subconscious is last lifetime. So you're giving signals to last lifetime. I have to change this pattern. I need somebody. And whom I want. Emotionally,
Mm,
physically, mentally with me. Not anybody who just comes and walks into my life, but whom I want. That person
mhm.
will attract.
Okay, great. Yes, that's
Yeah.
really good to know. Thank you, Megan. Thank you very much. I've never thought that graphology could be that deep, really. So just, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Oksana, for bearing with us. And thank you, Megha,
Yeah. You're
for
welcome.
letting us such pearls. Now, I think I've got my friend Ishin here. And Ishin, how are you going to do it? Are you going to actually write here? Are you able to?
I don't know if I can. It doesn't seem to. I don't appear to be able to do it on the screen.
Are you using the phone?
Yes.
So can you not just do it with your finger?
No, I'm just trying to test it now, and it's not coming up. It's not
Okay.
doing it. I've
But we
got
can see you. We can see you moving. You're here on the screen. iPhone
yes.
4 is here, so just use your finger. Probably it will help.
Let me do it. Let me. Did you see that?
No, maybe you want to choose the ink and maybe it's,
But
I don't know.
now it has disappeared. But it
Oh,
was
right.
there
Or shall I
before.
take a photograph? Because I could take a photograph and send it if that's helpful.
Yeah, go ahead. Send it to me and don't text it to me, WhatsApp me.
WhatsApp you. Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Mm.
So give us a,
Sorry about this. I'm so useless.
Can you just show it in the video properly, please, so I can see
yeah,
if you
just show it in the
Yeah,
video
yeah, we can see
otherwise.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Shall I get back into it again? Can you see that?
No, your camera is off, dear.
Yeah.
Just turn the video so I can see it properly.
Yeah. Can you see it?
No,
Uh,
your video is off.
Oh, is that the reason? Let me see. Video. Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
It's here.
Just hold on the just hold on the camera for a minute, please. Yeah, to the signature. The signature was fine. Put it
That's the
down. Put it down.
signature.
Yeah, put it down. Yeah, so the second letter is R, is it?
It's a P. That's how my signature is. It's just an I and a P at the end.
Okay, just a minute, right? So you've done something like this, right? Something, not exactly this, but this.
Ishin, WhatsApp me the
Yeah,
image
let me
and I will
WhatsApp that
just
to you because it would be
yeah,
more accurate if I
yeah,
WhatsApp
I
it.
think it will be much easier because
Okay,
then we can all see as well. Just give it a
sure.
minute.
We'll do that.
Quickly on the WhatsApp, yeah.
Ma'am, is she
Right.
earning well?
Sorry?
She's earning well
Uh
for herself, at least.
yeah, she's 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 all right.
Let
I'm
her, let
sending
her
it to you now, Sonal.
Yes, please.
Mega, I'm sorry. What did you say? Did you ask about earning or?
She's earning good for herself.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
she's self-employed solicitor.
She's earning well for herself. That's what I'm trying to say. It's an apt signature for solicitor.
Is
Oh,
it?
really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You're
Why
joking.
I didn't ask about the
Hello.
earnings, Sana? Why did I ask about her? Because the signature shows that.
Oh my gosh.
Let me do it again. I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm just useless at this.
Take
A
your time.
solicitor that can't even do it properly. I do apologize.
Take your time, no problem. She's disconnected.
Oh no.
God. Okay. I think I may want to stop the recording. Pause.
Traits of a life, where the basic traits of a life or the basic behavior of the life I'm not touching. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of ups and downs in the life. I only enhanced of her life or gave one positive, just signal to the brain where her journey becomes little easier for her. It is easy for now also. She's much capable of doing everything. But the changing which you are asking is not that easy for Oksana.
So basically, you're making
Okay.
tiny tweaks,
Yes.
literally,
Yes.
to the signature for making things better, really. Anyway,
Correct.
we've got the signature in the chat box. If you can see, maybe you can share it.
I can see, but I don't know how to share it, ma'am. 1 minute.
Okay, then let me share it.
Yes.
Mega, can I ask you a question, please, about that underscoring? So, can I tell someone to start underscoring their signature too?
Yes.
Is it safe? Okay.
Yeah, no, that is the safest thing, safest change you can ask for any of the signatures, provided they are not cutting any of the letters. Like I suggested not to cut the G, right? So please
Okay,
don't
okay,
cut the G. Don't cut any
okay,
lowers of letters.
okay.
Safest thing is to do the underscore, and you must do the underscore.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so can you see her signature? Ishin,
Yes.
is this your signature? That's it?
Yes.
She has to keep the signature because she has to be argumentative.
Yeah.
That's what I asked
Basically, she goes into court and she has all these really violent criminals and on one side, and she's got the families, and so their families, and basically all kinds of, and she has to get the judge to listen to her view.
And
Yeah.
plus I have three daughters, so of course I'm argumentative.
No, she has her own voice. Nobody can topple her voice. When she's talking, I can say that. She's argumentative and she makes sure that she wins the argument. The thing is, we cannot give an underscore to her signature. Why?
Why is
Because
that?
then she'll
It
have
may
to
attract wrong people, probably, yeah?
she'll be underconfident.
Okay.
Right now, see, Oksana had Oksana's name, father's initial, and the surname. Okay. And if I compare this signature to this signature, what I am there in the front of me, it is there. There is nothing I can say. So she's very secretive. She will never open any case in front of anybody. She exactly knows where not to talk anything in her life. Am I right?
That's correct,
Ishin,
yes. Yes. Yes, it's right.
Yeah. So what happens is then when she talks or when she argues, she goes in flow. She has no full stop to it. Is it like that?
Yes. Yes.
Because look at the flow of the signature. She starts and then she doesn't end. There's just a stroke outside. A lot of the people who are in front of her will feel offended also, right? They'll be offended by your arguments or your talks or her normal discussion will be, people will be thinking she's a little argumentative. Is it right?
Yes.
Because she doesn't
Very right.
have full stop when she talks. She'll just go in a flow. It's a flow in the signature, no angle, no connections, nothing. I cannot read her name. I cannot read her surname. Exactly the solicitor. That is what my first statement was. How is she doing financially? She has to do good.
Well, I'm not.
You are
I'm
doing good for
trying.
yourself.
I'm really trying, but I'm not doing good, but I am trying.
So are you under somebody? Is it like that?
I'm a self-employed solicitor and I'm a consultant for a firm, but I do mainly legal aid work. So I get paid by legal aid rates, by the state rates. So it's not private. I do private family work. So I get more money from that end, but I don't get much money from the criminal work.
So why don't you go to more on private where you get more money? Because your signature is well sufficient enough where you can earn and stand well.
Yes. Because I love crime as well. I love representing the
No,
criminals.
because your signature can really make you go ahead. It is a big, large size signature. See, large size, it's a big signature where people can actually acknowledge you and you can come on screen also in a lot of people. This signature is really nice, but only one thing I would say is you don't have anything of your name on this
No.
signature. So your acknowledgement or the appreciation from the colleagues or from the environment or the wherever you work is not there. Is it right?
What do you mean? Can you say that again, please?
So the acknowledgement of how much hard work you do or how good work you do. See, when we 5 people as a graphologist sit together and somebody is doing a very good analysis, we acknowledge it. That she's really good in graphology or anything like that. But in your environment where all of these kind of people are sitting, are you getting an acknowledgement that you're really doing a good work?
Maybe not as much as I ought to from my colleagues because they don't know how much work I do, to be honest with you. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So I would just suggest if you can add some letters to your signature, but the signature should be illegible. Nobody can read your signature.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Because she's a solicitor. Once if the signature is legible, legible is what reading a signature. Illegible is what when I cannot read the signature. So not reading a signature is a profession.
It's true.
So not reading things, what is in her mind, people should not read. As I said, it's a brain work, it's a thought pattern. The writing is a thought pattern. So if she opens up a name, people will actually know what's her next move, which nobody should know.
Yeah.
That's the kind of work she's doing. So I would suggest at least add one letter to this signature. Just try practicing and see if you're getting a response to it. See, what happens is, why am I telling you this? Basically, when we write a signature, this is the effort and this is the result.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is the effort, how much effort you put. So if I just write this, so this is the effort and this is the result. How about if I write little more? Like if I write like this. See my effort percentage and see my result percentage. Are you able to see?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So this is where we make a mistake. We have a same length and a same breadth in the signature. So if I'm putting 50% of the effort, I'm getting 50% of my result. So why not to design a signature where I put 20% of my effort and I get 100% of my result?
So how is mine then in comparison?
So if I see that in how you do it, so yours is same. The height and the width is same of your signature. If I talk about Oksana is this and this. She will be working 50%, getting 70%. You'll be getting 50, you'll be working 50% and getting 50% of your work. So effort and result is same. So if suppose ma'am writes just Sonal. Okay. Just for an example.
Yeah,
If
let
she
me
just
write it.
writes,
Yeah.
so if she just writes Sonal, so this is the effort she'll give in her life, and this is the result. And always remember, effort is not only professional, it is also personal.
Oh, really?
Of course, yes. So in
Oh.
relationship also, how much you are giving and how much you are getting is your signature.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, Ishin, now you have to double that, okay? So you have to add more stuff.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
ma'am, if ma'am really starts writing this,
Yeah.
see the efforts and see the result.
Yeah, but this is Neha, I'm saying. Megha, this is my signature. My signature goes like this, you know? And can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
So it goes like this anyway, you know.
So now, for the change in that, the baseline comes in. So if you write your name this way, that is Sonal Sachdeva, we're writing it straight.
Yeah,
And if we write this way,
yeah,
so this is the normal road you're taking, the paths, and this is
yeah,
the highway
yeah.
where the plane has to get off. It's going. So take it a highway rather than just walking. So if you take a flight, you will reach there in 2 hours. And basically, when you take a road trip, you will reach in 8 hours, right? So
Right,
this is
right,
the road trip, and this is the flight trip.
right.
So when you write a signature, you have to have a slant. Just take off the flight.
But the slant should be upward, obviously,
It
not
has to be
kind of
upwards.
not
Yes.
downward like this. Yeah.
No, downwards is you're going down in relationship and professional life in
Yeah.
any ways.
Mm.
So if you write signature like this, you're consistent. Okay, I'm going, slow and steady, I'm going. But in life, there's a race. You little bit also, you have to race. You have
So
to.
Ishin's signature coming back. Can everybody see the signature?
Wait.
Ishin's? It's on the chat box.
Yes, yes, we remember that. Yes. Margarita has just joined in, so probably she can't see it. I
Yeah,
don't
just
know.
seen. Sorry, I
Hey,
just seen.
hey,
Hello.
Margaret.
Hi, hello. Sorry,
Hello,
I
hello.
just seen the link now. I had a teacher training, yoga teacher training this afternoon. So that's why, sorry. No,
No
so I
worries.
didn't see the message before. So I
Okay,
just.
so back
We
to
can see it
Ishin's.
now. Yes, we can see
Yeah.
it now. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Ishin's, so Megha, this is all getting very exciting. This
It
is
is
supposed
same.
to be
You
a
see
silly
the
program.
effort and the result she's getting same.
Yes.
Because it is illegible, she's at least able to earn. If this would have been legible, she wouldn't have earned at all.
So
Wow.
basically, what you're saying is that because she's a solicitor and her height and the width of it is more or
Same.
less the same,
Same.
so
Yes.
she's getting for 50% of her effort, she's getting 50% or 60% results.
No 60%. She can sometimes get 40% of her efforts. She can never get 60% of her efforts.
So basically, for her to get 60, double the results, she needs to extend this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ishin, you know what to do, my dear.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what about the angle? Because would you say the angle is slanting upwards or would you say straight?
It is straight more because your last letter is going as an argumentative. The signature having a one baseline, if you can see,
Hmm.
I cannot mark it. I'm not able to mark it. See
No,
this
I
one.
can mark it. Yeah, I'm able to. Here, can everybody see the marking?
See
Yeah.
this,
Yes.
I'm able to do it. This one, this is one leg.
Yes.
One leg of hers which is there on the base. But
Yeah.
with one leg, you cannot win the race or you cannot walk long. You have to have two legs, right? So
Yeah.
this is one leg which is there and she's running the race over here. The rest
Mhm.
is all flying above. So either
Oh,
this signature is neither taking off, neither landing.
yes, I understand. Oh, that's very interesting. Thank you.
So you have to
So
really see your signature is good. You can do better 100%, I would say, without seeing the script also, but you have to add the effort line, the result line little more.
Yeah.
So more illegible one here because she's a solicitor and nobody should know her
Yes.
thoughts and her flow.
Yes.
So it's like surprise them with arguments and then win the
Yes.
case. That's what
Yes.
she does, though. Yeah, I know so.
She will earn well. Just add one letter to your signature, just one letter of your choice. And if you really want to add something and show it to me through ma'am, that's also fine. Ma'am can
Oh, thank you.
on. So 100% you can go ahead because your signature is good. Just don't stand on one leg. It will be, you will be like, two boats and two legs sometimes and just, you don't know where to go, how to go. And you will be like, yeah, should I stay here or should I go there? Should I take up this case or should I take up this case? A lot of things will happen like that in your life.
So she
Yes.
needs that stability, basically.
Stability is not there because she's on one leg.
Yeah.
Yes, true. So true.
So
Right.
everything what I've spoken about professional, please take it as personal also, in your personal life also. So instability in personal life also can occur.
And so what if I did, you know, the PB, the end bit, if I did that, if I repeated that, did that twice, the end bit, like
I
this, then I
so
would
you
have 2 legs
yes.
and that would be more stable. And if I, so that would be better. And then if I slanted it more, then I would be okay.
Don't slant. If you do it 2 legs, like if you have a stable signature, then you can go little upward. So it's a flying position. Right
Yes.
now, you're neither flying nor landing. You're
Yes.
still in the between what to do, what not to do. Should I continue? Should I not continue? Should I take this case? I should not take the case. Will I win? Will I? You are going to win, but you'll have 2 minds and you'll manifest it not winning. Or you'll manifest it winning, thinking over. Because your thought pattern is a lot high than your action pattern.
Oh, interesting.
How I said that, ma'am, because her right side of the letter, where it seems to be R, is more taller than any other, the whole signature.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
thought pattern. Her subconscious is running. Are you able to have a proper sleep?
Yes.
Or you are thinking when you're sleeping also?
I do think a lot, but when I sleep, I do sleep.
Till the time you're getting a good sleep, this signature is working. Because this will not give you a good sleep in a long run. You'll
right.
start overthinking a lot because your thought pattern is going right above you, the middle zone and the lower zone.
Okay.
But the signature is good. Just add 1 letter and you will see changes in your life.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Plus
Yes.
1 letter.
Yes.
That's
Either in
it.
the middle or in the left side or in the right side, whichever way she's
But the
okay.
letter needs to be at the same baseline as this, right?
Ma'am, basically the lower zone, that is what the baseline you're talking about.
Yeah.
Lower zone is giving money.
Okay.
She's standing on 1 leg and getting the money. So if she stands on 2 legs, she'll get a proper money what she deserves.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Ishin, you got that right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, lovely. Thank you for
Thank you
sharing.
very much. That's amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay. So anyway, I think yeah, Margarita, I think Margarita. Anyway,
I'm a bit late.
yes, it's
It's
okay.
all
Don't
right.
worry.
No worry. At least, no.
We
I'm
can,
sorry, Mega.
No problem.
so we can do it another time anyway.
Yeah. No problem at all.
Yeah. So yeah, wow, this is amazing.